What's good, ladies and gentlemen? RagingYoshi here, back with more Hex Road to Cosmic. Last time we played blue-red aggro, and this time we're coming back to the red-white candles deck. Red-white. Ruby diamond candles deck. I'm so used to Magic terminology. Right now I'm pretty happy with how this deck's been performing when I got this build going. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take this 75 with us into the battlegrounds. Last time we left off, we had just stretched into platinum. So now let us see if we can climb just a wee bit higher. I am very happy with the way that this deck was performing last time. It does seem to have a few matchups that are just really unfavorable. So we're going to try our best to be careful in picking our well, I guess we can't be careful in picking our matchups. Be careful in how we approach things. That being said, we should be good. As we wait to load into a game. It shouldn't take us too long to load in, honestly. Oh, we're in. We got a match. Gonna play our Ruby Diamond Candles. We are on the draw, it seems. Or we expect to be on the draw. 2 pieces of removal, or 3 pieces of removal, 4 pieces. We have a lot of removal in our hand. I'll keep this. 3 shard hand guarantees us our 4th shard. We can play everything in our hand currently and should be able to play most things we draw into. So I'm okay with that. This does appear to be the mono sapphire control deck. So we'll end our opponent's turn. We draw another ruby ice. So what I'll do is this first ruby ice, I'm going to guarantee a non-resource. We're in a pretty good spot. I think on 3 we have to be aware that our opponent might try to drop a Tribunal Magistrate. Yeah, I expected that. They both had the +1/+1 gem in their sockets. Not too surprised. What I'll do is we'll go Initiate of Wax right now. So we'll Initiate of Wax on 2. This blocks these pretty reasonably. I'm pretty happy with that. On 3, what I'll probably do is we'll go Shard. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. We're going to... Are they missing a Shard drop? Oh, they're missing a Shard drop. That's good. Okay, we're going to Decree banishing the shit out of that then. Play this out. Do I want to grab my 5th resource? Yes, we'll grab our 5th resource right now. And I think what we'll do is we'll Decree banishing this guy. Because if they have a Silver Talon Mandate in hand, I want it to get stuck in their hand if they can't draw another resource. Let's swing for 1. I'll total one swing for 1, see if they want to trade one of their guys for it. No, they don't. That's perfectly fine. Wasn't really sure if they would. And they're dropping another Warp Steel. And it looks like they are in fact getting stuck with their nerds in hand. Going in for 2. They're getting stuck with a lot of stuff in hand, which is good, as we're stacking resources. So here's what I will do. Let's activate Champ Power. I want to activate this and illuminate 1, making a 2nd candle. And then here... we're going to do that to one of these guys. Burn it for 3, and now we're going to buff our candles. Swing for 1. I probably shouldn't have swung with this because you're definitely the guy I want to keep back, because if my opponent casts 1 non-troop spell, then these guys become big enough. Wow. Is this really what my opponent's hand is? This is quite humorous, honestly. Alright, getting a little flooded now. I'm going to hold these 3 pieces of removal for now. And we'll just sit back. We'll play the let's look at each other game. That's a basic ability. This is a basic action. Next turn, if we need to, we can play out most of those. Oh, my poor opponent. They're just stuck on their resources. Okay. This is the game I want to play. Continue to combat. My opponent is definitely getting stuck on nerds. We're just going to swing with this guy. I think right now what we'll do is we'll create more Candlekin. Our opponent's going to get hit for 4. I definitely want to go for more Candlekin right now because I want to get just a swarm of blockers out. Tribunal Magistrate is on the board, which I expected. So I'm not upset or even like saddened by it because we actually have a very effective way to deal with this thing. So do that. I do not believe this will put any spiders into our deck. And then we'll cast this, making these guys have Illuminate 1 on them when I cast them next turn. We'll summon another candle. And we're slowly, I think, running away with this game. Granted, our opponent did get stuck on like 2 shards for a while. But that's not the biggest deal in the world. Alright, they got a Consult the Talons off. So they should finally be hitting their shard drops. Yep, they hit ice. Nice. Good for you. Problem is my opponent's at 13, which is bad for them. We're going to play that. Let me see. This is 4 damage guaranteed. My opponent can only block so many of my things. So, let's see. We play this. These 2 become 3/3s. You're 4. And yeah, you know what? This ends the game. Buffer Candlekin. Buffer Candlekin. Buffer Candlekin. Get that guy. Resolve. Yeah, and our opponent's just going to scoop it up there. So we're versus Mono Sapphire. They do put out a lot of like weak Dorkos. So I think Crackling Magma is really good against them. Binding Ire is not useful. Let me see. Totem Traps can be pretty good because I think those can kill Empress of Ice, which I know their deck contains. In favor, that can take out their Tribunal Magistrates. Alright, what do I want to drop here? Light the Voters, these come out like they're basically a free removal thing. Initiate a Wax is actually pretty good. I think we'll drop a Runic Candescence or 2 because this card's pretty weak. And the Decree of Banishings came in good this time, but I think I might want to drop one of those. Yes, no. The Diamond Favor seems a little too, like, iffy. Doesn't seem quite as good as I was making it out to be. Let's see if our opponent manages to keep a better hand. Let's see what we get. Our hand's on 2 shards, but we are going second. We'll get to go Ruby into Diamond. 2 chances to draw into our 3rd shard to run this out on 3. On 2, we're probably going to round the Initiate of Wax. Worst case scenario, on 2, we can hold up Totem Trap. I mean, on 3, we can hold up Totem Trap and put out Candlekin if we don't get anything. We have a 3rd shard, so that's no longer an issue. Alright. 3 shards. The only thing we can't play right now is that. I think we're pretty good. I think we're in a pretty good spot. Opponent sitting on 2 resources. We draw for turn. We draw into our 4th resource. We're hitting pretty steady resource drops, which is actually really good right now. Run out Initiate of Wax. And we will continue to the next turn. This is probably going to get some type of like hate thrown at it when it gets run out. End of turn. Yeah, Transmogrifade. What is this? Exhaust 1 or more troops. Conquest counter. When you play a resource, there are 5 or more conquests on it. Summon a Wild Child. Magistrate? Okay, that's not good. I don't have a way to deal with that either. Alright. Not the best situation. We'll run this out. I don't know why they transmogged the Initiate of Wax. Initiate of Wax isn't that good of a card. I would have definitely left Initiate of Wax alone. Sure, there's no reason not to do that. Alright, let's draw. What are you doing, opponent? My resources are going to start turning into creatures soon. Which, granted, they won't be like these amazing creatures, but they'll be creatures nonetheless. Alright, we hit resource 5, which is pretty relevant. And now we have more Splooters in deck. Make another candle with our champ power. And then what we'll do is I actually want to go to combat. Attack. We're going to attempt to totem trap that. Alright, deny. Alright, whatever, dude. Let's make another candle. Alright. Let's play out that guy. So we don't have to worry about what's her face. We don't have to worry about okay, that's a little unfortunate. What do you become? Interesting. My opponent's going to declare combat. Put all these counters on this guy. Alright, what's a draw? We draw into a Decree of Banishing. I think we will Decree of Banishing this. I'm thinking about it. I think getting this Magistrate off the board is really important. We already have a lot of spiders in our deck, and I want to be able to play out my hand going further, not worrying about the horde of spiders incoming. resolve this. Play a shard. Bam. We got a 2/2 wild child. We're gonna wait. We're gonna attack with our Dorkos next turn, but not this turn. So my opponent's staying on 4 cards in hand. Oh, commander prompt. Interesting. So we end our opponent's turn. What do we draw? Show me a Spooter, because we're probably going to start drawing Spooters. Did I mention we're probably about to start drawing Spooters? Alright. So here's what we'll do. We're going to shift. Wait, I want to let me shift. Once per turn. Basic one shot. Target troop you control gain. No, we're going. I actually don't know what's going on with that, but whatever. We're just going to swing with our dragon, and I think what I want to do is I want to start. Am I at the point where I don't want to buff my candles anymore, and I just want to start, or I don't want to expand my candles. I just want to start buffing them. We're definitely swinging with this. I'm just debating whether or not I want to put another candle out, or if I want to start making them bigger. I think this turn we're going to just make another candle. I think next turn we're going to start making them bigger. My opponent has 2 cards in hand. What they really need is to draw an Empress of Ice. If they resolve an Empress of Ice, wow, that's not very good. Spidering me for 5. Well, I can't do a whole lot about that. They have 2 commander problems on board, and that's a bit of a problem. Let's continue to combat. I think what I want to do is attack and buff my candles. I think that's the only thing I want to attack, and I want my candles bigger. Because by leaving all my guys back, these other things aren't swinging, and I'm slowly out-advantaging my opponent. I also now have this Wax Dawn in my hand, which means if they try to swing with the dudes, I can... Well, no, I can most definitely trade with their guys. The only thing they have that I can't trade with is the Spooter. And that's not for lack of trying. End our opponent's turn. Alright, we got a resource. Gonna play our resource, putting a non-resource on top. Continue to combat. We're slightly losing this trade. My opponent's going to enter the unknown my big dumb dragon. Interesting. Sure. Gives me a Valor. That's always interesting. Go. My opponent doesn't know what's in my hand. What the fuck? 3 commander prompts? I die to that spider next turn. Playing this out was a mistake because I probably would have wanted to do that. This is 30 power. But the thing is, all their things have a massive amount of toughness that I can't actually fight through. If I continue to combat, I have my 6/6s that need to be blocked. And 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. It's up to my opponent to make the mistake. Let's say my opponent just doesn't block correctly. Alright, let's say my opponent's stupid. You know, they're not stupid. Wasn't much we could do about that. I made a misplay earlier, and that screwed me a bit. I shouldn't have run out the stupid speed thing. I should have just cast my thing to buff my candles. We're going first this time. First time this match, we're going first. This can come out on 2. Pretty reasonable hand. Ice on 1. Hopefully we get something with a diamond. If we do that, our entire hand is live. Crackling Magma is really good for once my opponent starts trying to swing with their Dorkos. Alright. Ruby Ice. Stacking a resource. Pretty good. Pretty good start. End their turn. We should be fine. Sometimes I wonder if Light the Voters is pretty. It would actually be good in this deck, and it's like I like that card so much, but it just feels bad. Who asked for a diamond shard? I did. Runic Candle Essence gets us a candle, becomes a rune. I say that's pretty good. Now, ideally, our next draw isn't a rune; it's the draw after that. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to draw. I mean, our next draw is not going to be a resource. But it was a resource. Okay. That's fine. That's okay. Can't be right all the time. We're going to play this out. It's a card our opponent very much needs to answer. Next turn, we have 2 pieces of removal based on what's going on. That's fine. We'll take the 1. That thing's not untapping and... Really? Okay. I mean, that's fine. My opponent gave me the impression they didn't like our Dorko very much. What I'm going to do, we're going to play a resource, we're going to activate Champ Power. This is going to give us 3 1/1s, 2 of which we can attack with. Next turn, we can make them 3 3s and we can start going on beats. I like the idea of that. I like the idea of that. We could also try to run out Ardent Knight. I mean, no, Exalted Knight, excuse me, not Ardent. I think I actually want to run out my Initiative Wax first. What do you got, opponent? We're going to activate her Illuminate, make another candle. And then from there, we have 3 candles that can attack. This will make a better swing on our following turn. We can hit for 12. And we can also keep up Crackling Magma because my opponent with 5 cards on board, that could be potentially... I mean, 5 resources up next turn. That could be potentially scary. Continue to combat. Swing with candles. Pushing our opponent to 18. My opponent could very well have Empress of Ice. Or Tribunal Magistrate. That's annoying. Get another resource, okay. Copycat, what are you targeting? It's gonna target his Magistrate. So we'll do that. We get spiders in our deck, but it'll kill the copycat before it changes. So we don't have to deal with double Magistrate, which is a problem. End our opponent's turn. Okay. Let's see. I guess we'll continue to combat. Swing with the 4 Candlekin. Buffalo Dorcos. Hit our opponent for 9. Count it 9 damage. 6. Count it 6 damage. That sucked a little bit. Is our opponent just not drawing Empress of Ice, or do they not have that card in their deck? Consulted Talons, refueling their hand. Not bad. So gonna continue to combat. Swing, swing. What do you got, opponent? Our opponent literally drew nothing. Okay. I feel like our opponent should have had like 2 Empress of Ices at some point in that game. And the fact that it had none is like a massive problem. Because like they didn't draw Empress of Ice in the entire match, and that card's really good against the way I was playing. It's unless I've had the removal for it, which granted the deck does play a lot of removal, Empress of Ice should just straight out beat me. It should just hose me out of the game. So I don't know. Maybe they don't run it. Maybe it was just insanely and like supremely unlucky. I really couldn't tell you. Shrug, shrug, shrug. Alright, we found a game. What is this champion up against? Oh, they're an alpha player. Interesting. For a draw card unless target opposing champion buries the top 5 cards of their deck. Alright, interesting. I think we're against some type of mill strategy. Resource into second resource. We have bitter removal. Third resource gives us this on 3. This hand seems keepable. So we'll play a diamond on 1, this to get a ruby on 2, and hope very much for the best. We're hoping for the best. Alright, what you got, opponent? What you got? Nothing? That's what I thought. I thought you didn't have nothing. Our hand is actually pretty solid, so long as we draw another resource, which we did. It would have been nicer if that was something with ruby in it, but we'll take what we can get. Don't have to do anything too crazy just yet. This background track is way too relaxing though. Like I'm like falling asleep sitting here. What are you doing, opponent? What are you doing? I just wanted to end my turn. I feel like some people when I play against them, they take so long to make decisions. Which, granted, that's fine, but there are times where, like, there's no decision to be made. They're just taking a long time. And that bothers me. Yeah, what we got? Alright, so Sapphire Ruby something rather. Gravely exchange. Start your turn, bury the top card of each champion's deck. Target troop from Krypton to hand. Alright, interesting. So I essentially want to try to race my opponent. Alright. And my Fate Leaves aren't really going to be useful except for guidance. Dude, what are you doing? Continue. Alright, end our opponent's turn. Really nice to draw a resource right now. We did draw the 4th resource. It is another diamond, which sucks because I think this deck is pretty heavily slanted towards ruby. But that's a-okay. Could be worse. Alright, my opponent's got 6 cards in hand. The Melted Initiate of Wax. That's actually a card that I don't mind not being there. We can definitely champ power next turn, though, which is nice. Oh, you're going to Hero Fall my dude. That's nice. Because we're almost definitely up against, like, this, some type of janky mill strategy. Don't have a lot going because we don't have our 2nd ruby. Give me another ruby shard. I might end up playing this thing out for damage. Like, holy shit. Alright. So that... I was completely incorrect in my previous statement. Because this thing's going to die in a fucking fire. Because I do not want this thing putting tarantula eggs in my deck. We'll do this. I can need a combat. Swing. As we start slowly chipping away at our opponent. Alright, that Hero Fall was annoying. End our turn. Let's see what happens when we draw. We need to draw 2 resources. We need to draw at least 1 more ruby. We'll let our opponent draw a card because I don't want to lose whatever is on top of my deck because there's a good chance it might be a ruby resource right now. I just am not in a good position right now. My shards were suboptimal. I have a Crusader. We can decree banishing that. We lost the Ruby Ice and our Light Devotives. Not a big deal. End our opponent's turn. Draw. Runic Candle Essence, sure. We'll summon another candle. And we will banish a bitch. And by bitch, I mean Ardent Crusader. I mean, Underworld Crusader. Interesting. So they just stacked it off to draw the cards. Didn't even let me do anything to it. Oh well. It did show me that it was a good decision for me to hold on to the Decree of Banishing. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Give me a Ruby Shard, please. Ruby Shard really fixes this problem. No. We don't get a Ruby Shard. Fantabula. Alright, let's just go. Let's see what happens. I feel like I'm just going to get milled out, and I'm never going to see my Ruby Shard. Yeah, we'll deal the combat damage. We'll hold on to this. We're going to draw a Ruby Shard next turn, and this is going to buff all of our dudes and make them 2/2s. I believe. See, we're not going to draw that Diamond Shard, so we're good. We got this. Stumbling on shard drops. Oh, those are tarantula eggs. How many did they just put in? They put 3. Oh. Oh no. That was one Ruby Shard. Come on, deck. Create more candles for me. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Candles. Okay, this is just really awful. Even if we draw what we need at this point, we're not winning this game. So, Confunding Ire in to help us out. They don't have many creatures, but I think what they do have is Totem Trappable. They have some blood stuff because they're Blood Sapphire. Light Devotives is as medium as it's always been. Initiative Wax will cut 2 of you. Candle Essence will also cut 2. Flame Lick, you felt amazing that game. Like, so amazing. Keeping Flame Lick's probably reasonable because having removal is almost always good. And why is I always change my sleeve for this deck. My sleeve for this deck is this. Alright, we got this. We can do this. I hope. I'm going to say we can do this. I really don't know the answer to that, though. 2. Game 2. Hopefully this one will go better. I feel like we should have no issue against like these mill decks. 4 shards. We have some removal and not much else. We'll keep it. It's better than what we could have. We have all of our colors. We can definitely get a candle on 4. We can wax dawn on 3. Wax dawn on 3. Buffer candles on 4. Swing in for 4. And we have some powerful removal. 5 damage to a Dorko. Alright, let's see what we draw. On 2, what do we do? Declare banishing. Alright, we have a lot of removal in our hand. Alright, well, and we should be good. Yeah. We should be good. Should be good. Good be should. I'm yawning. What is my opponent doing? Nothing. So why are they eating up their clock? If you hear me playing with the mic, I'm putting it at an angle where it doesn't get in the way of me while I'm recording. What the fuck is this? Bury the top 2 cards of each opponent's deck. If one or more cards will be buried by another effect, bury that many plus 1. Alright, shard, and that would have been, the Scion would have been nice, but the shard is not a big deal. You're trying to bury the top card each. Okay. So we lose 2 cards from our deck every turn. Yay! Oh, like a professional, we draw the second Scion. Alright. I don't think we need double diamond, but we'll take double diamond. Run this out. And if my opponent can't answer this, we're going to run them out of the game. This is my plan. If my opponent can't deal with this, we're just going to run them out of the game. I think this might be the most powerful card in this deck. By a rather big margin, too. That Luminoth. I don't even know how we're going to be doing in drawing resources for the rest of this game. So even though I would have liked to have that Luminoth, I don't know how reasonable it would have been to think we're going to play it. I think I'm going to hold this. We're going to Flamelit target our opponent. Form a candle off this. No, we burn our opponent. Form a regular candle. Form a third candle. Continue to combat. And swing, baby, swing. Swing, baby, swing. What do we just lose? We lost Burning Ire, Binding Ire. That's not too bad. It's annoying, but it's not too bad. Draw your stupid card. That's fine. Your card ain't gonna do shit to me. Okay, that's fine. Your shit's dying though. Just a heads up. End our opponent's turn. Yeah. Decree banishing. We're going to summon another Candlekin. Get rid of that because I don't want him taking cards off my deck. That should be good. We're going to Fate Weaver a resource and grab a resource. Now we just need to keep hitting our haymakers. Is this resolving or not, opponent? Oh, I have to click resolve. Huh. Didn't know that. Let's make our candles just a bit bigger now. Grab a resource. Oh, is our opponent just scooping to that? Really? Why are you scooping to that? I guess we're running them out of the game at that point. Ugh. And I guess when we start to run our opponent out of the game, our opponents get very, very unhappy. And it's okay. Confirm saving. Not bad, not bad. Game 3, game 3. Definitely a good keepable hand. We're gonna go ice on 1, get a resource. We can guidance at any point for a second resource. We have our binding eye to deal with anything blood related that could be dangerous. I like this hand a lot. To be fair, I could have just weaved a non-resource, so we draw more action next turn. Demented Ascension. Oh, that's not okay. It's okay. We'll deal with that. I'm not even stressing. I think we'll let it sit on the board for a bit. It's not that pressing for me to deal with, honestly. Fate Weave non-resource and draw it. Decree Banishing. It's got some nice interaction here. Can deal with a lot of things that enter the board. I'm actually very happy with this hand. Because this is a hand that's going to survive to a 5 for us to play this. Alright. We're going to Decree Banishing that on our turn. Damn. Just get Initiate a Wax too. But a bunch of haymakers in the bin. Wow. But along with that, we have an additional Decree of Banishing. So get this shit the fuck off my board. Resolve Arena. Alright. We're definitely in a much better spot this game. We can fight over this stuff very well. If we draw another resource, we'll be able to play any card in our deck. Look, draw your card. Like, I actually don't mind you getting cards. So, mill effects to get +1s. Okay, that's fine. Librarian, cool. Your stuff's cool. End our opponent's turn. So we're just going to Primordial Sabertooth the fuck out of this thing. Gonna do that. And let's get our first candle of the game out. I really want to get this damage started moving. Opponent's at 3 cards in hand. We're sitting on 5. Opponent's at 4 now. Technically, we are ahead. We're definitely ahead, actually. The Demented Ascension isn't that terrifying. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Jesus. How much shit just got milled? We are getting milled a lot. I think we're going to take out the Demented Ascension like next turn. Yeah, definitely. Okay. We'll decree a banishing on you. And then we're going to Binding Ire, Demented Ascension. Resolve. Why is it not resolving? Binding Ire. Demented Ascension. Our opponent also missed the shard drop, which is good. We are hitting our shard drops very consistently, which isn't inherently a bad thing, but it's not inherently a good thing. Alright. We lost 2 cards there. We don't need to hit any more shard drops. How many of our big candlesticks are gone? 2? So we have a chance at drawing it, but doesn't really look that good. Okay. Sure. We'll take that 1 point of damage. My opponent's sitting on 2 cards in hand. Full resources. When this card is in your hand, void target socketed card. Oh. It can take socketed powers from other things while it's in its hand. Okay. Alright, my opponent's going to attempt to erase us. I think I want to play this first. We lose a turn of tempo, but we gain a lot of tempo back. So we're going to lose a turn of tempo to gain a lot of tempo. Skip the attack. Because this is going to come in. We'll use that to just buff this guy. Alright, our opponent drew another resource. Huh, our opponent's choosing not to block. Curious. Alright. We're going to Fate Weave a resource to the top of our deck because we have enough non-resources. I mean, we have enough resources and not enough non-resources. We're going to make this a candle. And now we are back on top of the tempo game. Attack. We'll use this turn to make 1 more candle. And now, depending on our draw next turn, we can definitely do some good stuff. Was it double shard? That was double shard. Excellent. Flight. At the end of this turn, revert up to 1 target group from a crypt and put it into play under your control. It gains life troop. You lose health equal to that troop's cost. Interesting. That card's definitely a problem. He gets a troop from any crypt? Jesus. Oh my god. You're fucking with me, right? Yep. Oh well, I get a bunch of candlekins, so that's good, I guess. Huh. Start buffing my Dorkos. That's pretty good top deck, honestly. Oh, I didn't want to go to combat because he would have blocked 3 and taken 15. Yeah, no, I would have won. The game didn't let me play my shard. I don't actually know why. Maybe I clicked through it by accident. That was an accident, though. I really wouldn't have wanted to do that. Oh, really? It barely hit 20. That sucks. Because we kind of just punched it right there. So long as my opponent didn't draw anything too dangerous, we actually should be fine, though. Oh, this has life drain. We didn't have game right there. Draw your fucking card. I know I'm in a bad spot, but I don't want to risk losing any of my haymakers I have left. Because I have a lot of haymakers that will win the game, like, right now. If I draw them. Because I have one more of the dragon. No, both dragons are gone. That thing, yeah. That thing's annoying. Yeah, that's annoying. I'm definitely on borrowed time. I need a good draw right now. Are both my Primordial Sabertooths gone? No, I still have one more in deck. Okay. End opponent's turn. Let's see what we draw. I think we win. Yes, we're going to accept our target. Buff our candles. It's going to resolve, buff our candles. Activate chant power. Buff our candles. Continue to combat. 2, 4, 6, 8 Dorkos. Blocks 4. Takes 20, gains 5. Keep you back just in case. Okay, so it's actually better that I waited, actually. It's better that the game did that, because I was going to try to Alpha Strike and turn too early. To be fair, all those draws I got last turn could have been really bad. Well, opponent, what do you have? Once again, this freaking Skyon just running people out of the game. And Plat 4, we have arrived. All right. I'm actually gonna cut this one short, just doing 2 matches, because truthfully, I'm not feeling super well, and I didn't realize how bad I was feeling until like after I was recording for a bit. Oh, cool. Draft Gauntlet entry ticket. That's cool. We take those. That being said, I like the way this deck works. I wish I could find a way to make Light the Votives more useful, but I just really can't. Although I think it's a good 1-drop card. Maybe this card's better than I think it is. And Initiate of Wax isn't that good. I could probably try running the deck like that next time and see how I like it. Yeah, we'll give that a try next time. Well, see you guys next time, though.